After the Black Mesa incident, and while Gordon is in stasis, portal storms raged across the Earth, bringing in alien lifeforms. This is where the Combine play into this story. The Combine are an interdimensional empire composed of both allied and enslaved species. Their primary goal is to dominate any universe and to enslave them, even against their will. Prior to the events of Half-Life, the Combine were the reason why the Zen creatures fled to Zen, so that they may hide away from the Combine. The events of the Black Mesa incident did not go unnoticed by the Combine, and were able to decimate all of Earth's military forces in 7 hours. And this war would later be known as the 7-Hour War. Dr. Breen, who was the former administrator of Black Mesa, negotiates a surrender on behalf of the United Nations, saving everyone on Earth with only one condition: their freedom. Dr. Breen is then made into the ruler of Earth, but is put under control of the Combine. The remaining humans are then gathered into cities due to the harsh environments outside filled with alien wildlife. With the Combine's presence, the rest of Earth is made into an inhospitable environment due to their exploitation of Earth's resources. The Combine then implemented the suppression field, which prevents children, making the current humans on Earth the last generation. Around 20 years later, after the Black Mesa incident, the G-Man pulls Gordon out of stasis and into an Eastern European city under control of the Combine, known as City 17. While walking through the train station, he is about to board a prisoner train to Nova Prospect. Luckily, a Metro cop pulls him aside. This Metro cop turns out to be a former Black Mesa security guard and Gordon's old friend, Barney Calhoun, who is working undercover for the resistance against the Combine. He then tells him to go to Dr. Kleiner's lab, Dr. Kleiner being Gordon's old co-worker and a former Black Mesa scientist. While on his way, he finds himself in the middle of a civil protection raid and is captured. But he's eventually rescued by the daughter of Eli Vance, Alex. Eli was also a former Black Mesa employee and was in the anomalous materials lab during the Black Mesa incident. After reaching Kleiner's lab, Gordon dons his HEV suit once again, and it is decided that they should teleport over to Eli Vance's lab, Black Mesa East. After Alex Vance successfully teleports over there, Gordon steps in the teleporter only for it to malfunction, teleporting him all over and briefly to Dr. Breen's office, who recognizes him and puts the Combine forces on alert. Gordon makes his way through the canals, fighting up against Metro cops, and he finally makes it to Black Mesa East, and meets up with Eli, Alex, and a woman named Judith Mossman, who is a friend of Eli. While at Black Mesa East, he is given the 0-point energy field manipulator, or to put it simply, the gravity gun, which allows him to pick up objects with ease, and to hurl them at enemies. Shortly after, the base is raided by Combine forces and Eli and Judith are captured. While escaping, Gordon and Alex are separated from a collapsed ceiling, where he then makes his way to a tunnel which leads to Ravenholm, which is a deserted town which is filled with Xenian creatures, most notably head crabs. After going through the horrors of Ravenholm, he takes a dune buggy down Highway 17, helping out resistance members along the way. It is then found out that Eli has been taken to Nova Prospect, a former prison which is now a Combine base, and Gordon raids it with antlions. He then meets up with Alex Vance, where they discover that Judith is a Combine spy working for Breen. Together, they search the prison to find Eli and Judith, and eventually reunite with him. They then head to the Combine's teleporter, and Judith betrays Gordon and Alex, and teleports with Eli in custody, heading to the Citadel, the Combine's headquarters. As the teleporter becomes unstable, Gordon and Alex take the teleporter before it explodes, destroying Nova Prospect along with it. Due to the destruction of Nova Prospect, this sparks a rise in the resistance for humans, and the majority of the citizens revolt against the Combine for a whole entire week. And while this happens, Gordon and Alex are stuck in a slow time warp. They then make it to Kleiner's lab, unaware that they have been gone for a week. Dr. Kleiner gives them a summary of what occurred. Gordon then goes to aid the resistance in the battle, while Alex stays in the lab. While trying to find Barney amidst the chaos, Gordon fights through Combine soldiers helping out resistant members. Alex eventually joins the battle, but is knocked out by Combine soldiers and is captured. Gordon then reunites with his friend Barney and leads the battle to the Overwatch Nexus, the core of the Overwatch forces, fighting against several Combine synthetic lifeforms such as Striders. He then successfully sneaks into the Citadel and begins to make his way to Dr. Breen's office. Gordon is then captured and is taken to Dr. Breen's office. Around this moment, Judith regrets everything she has done in assisting Breen and betrays him. She releases Gordon, Alex, and Eli, and Breen makes one last attempt in killing them, but fails. Breen runs off and makes a call with the Combine, and they tell him to open up a portal to the Combine overworld to escape, and that he will be given a host body to survive the conditions. Gordon and Alex make their way to the Dark Fusion Reactor, where Breen opens up a portal to the Combine overworld. Gordon and Alex successfully destroy the reactor, causing it to fail, killing Breen. This action causes all other Combine fusion reactors to fail, cutting the connection with the Combine overworld. The reactor then explodes, and as soon as a fiery blaze is about to reach Gordon and Alex, the G-Man seemingly freezes time. The G-Man is quite surprised, with how much Gordon has achieved in such a short period of time, and puts Gordon back in stasis against his will, with the intention of using him once again sometime in the future. And that is Half-Life 2 summarized and illustrated. I really hope you all enjoyed today's video. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe, to like, and to hit that notification bell while stopping by. Each of these videos takes several days for me, and it would be awesome if you, the viewer, subscribe to the channel. It literally only takes like 2 seconds and it would make my day. Anyways, I'm Mauricio Jara, and remember, prepare for unforeseen consequences.